Hello riders, welcome to my tiny corner of the internet. Today I have something very exciting planned. And I am not alone either. I am joined by one of my friends, Sylviania, and we have a little adventure planned today. So about a week or two we managed to kill Burning Roxinus. Let me pull up his bestiary page. Here we go, Burning Roxinus. So we obtained his recipes and neither of us have tamed him before. So that is very exciting. So we were planning on crafting marks, taming him and making a video on him. Sylviania is the one who learned the recipes, so I can't show those to you, but I can show you what is needed in order to craft them. I'll make the list of ingredients appear in the corner as well. So, of course you'll need the recipes first, and the recipes drop from Burning Roxinus himself. Now, killing Burning Roxinus is a bit of a problem, because he has a knockback attack that he does at 5% health. When he is nearly dead, he does a knockback attack, and then after a few seconds, he will regain about 30% HP. This is a bit of a problem because you need to have enough DPS to get him from 5% health to dead in a matter of seconds. However, once you have managed to kill him, the rewards are well worth it because his recipes have 100% drop rates. Of course, killing him can be done in a party, but Roxinus drops 2 recipes and you will need both. Burning Roxinus' mark recipe and Roxinus' energy recipe. So if you're in a party, keep in mind that the person who wants to craft the mark learns both recipes. Because for Burning Roxinus' recipe, for the mark recipe, you will need Roxinus' energy. And once crafted, that item is not tradable. So I did some quick maths, and in total, you will need about 100,000 DPS to kill this guy. Now that is quite a lot, especially if you don't put money in expensive seals such as buff or even golden tokai. So that can be a bit of a problem, but of course it can be done in a party. So in order to craft the mark, you will need quite a long list of materials. So I'll list them here, and you will need 135 complex familiar orbs and 200 high taming elixirs. These can be easily obtained by farming mobs in the Dread Citadel in Stygia. Right here, the elites here have a fair drop rate for these items, so grinding them would be a good idea in order to obtain those. Now, aside from them, you will need a long list of familiars from the Exodon Badlands. You will need 2 Nightmares, 1 Profane Apocalypse, 1 Nightmare Meganthus, 3 Niva, and 3 Ingid. So Niva and Ingid each have their own mark, and that can be obtained from higher level mobs in the Exodon Badlands. I would recommend the mobs in the Cemetery or Umber Canyon or Broken Caldera. Now, Nightmare, Profane and Meganthus can be a bit of a problem. So first, Nightmare and Profane Apocalypse require an armor set to tame them. Nightmare requires the Modest Hunter set, and Profane requires the Austere Hunter set. The recipe merchants can be found at Conqueror's Gate for Nightmare set and Blood Moon Camp for Profane's set. Now keep in mind that you craft 2 separate sets, so you will need to obtain 2 Modest Hunter sets to begin with and then upgrade 1 to Austere. Chances are you might fail to tame Roxinus and you will need to tame more Nightmares and Profane Apocalypse, so then it's always nice to have the 2 sets separate. For Nightmare Meganthus, you can find him right here at Tree Mountain. You will need a jewelry set. You will need Meganthus' Cursed Ring, Meganthus' Ring of Darkness, and Meganthus' Crimson Necklace. They can be obtained by farming him Meganthus and Nightmare Meganthus. Nightmare Meganthus is tameable, Meganthus is not. Drop their own jewelry. So if you kill them, they have a very good chance of dropping one piece. You need the 3 different pieces, and when you have those equipped, you can tame Nightmare Meganthus in the same manner that you can tame Nightmare and Profane Apocalypse. Now, the marks for Ingot and Niva of course get consumed on a taming attempt, but the armor and jewelry does not. So again, Meganthus, Latrine Mountain. Profane Apocalypse can be found across this area and has multiple spawn points, and Nightmare can be found across this area. You can find the precise spawn points on the Riders of Icarus wiki when you look these familiars up. So once you have obtained these materials, all that you need to do is find a crafting table and craft the mark. Now, taming Burning Roxinus can be a bit of a challenge. Of course, he is a legendary familiar. He is level 62 and he kind of belongs to the same herd as Alphanalris and Volpyron, in the sense that taming them is very similar. Their marks are similar, the way to craft those, and one more thing that they have in common is the haunted effects. They have a debuff and it decreases your taming chance. However, I have a trick up my sleeve for that. This armor set right here is Complex Slayer armor, and it is used to tame Attila. However, if you look under set effects 4, I don't know if you can see it, you have to look really closely. It says resistance to haunted increases familiar taming chance in Stygia. What this means is that if you are wearing 4 or 5 pieces from this armor, you are immune to the haunted effects. And that of course is very beneficial in our case, because even though the materials for Roxinus' mark are relatively easy to get, it is still very time consuming. So I definitely want to make sure that I optimize my taming chance. So I am definitely going to bring 4 of these pieces when I go for the tame. Now, as for the taming part, that was interesting. Sylv and I managed to craft marks. However, Sylvania attempted first, but I sold my mark to Silver Daenerys, also known as Silver Willowwing on YouTube, and she has managed to tame Burning Roxinus with that mark. However, that leaves me kind of without a mark, and I have been having some difficulties obtaining the last Nightmare. As you can see, I have Profane, I have Meganthus, I still need my last Nightmare. Of course, I am very happy for her and I do congratulate her, and I highly recommend you check out her video because she is a lot better at this than I am. But that does mean that I still need the last materials for my own mark. Look at how cool this guy is. Again, go check out Silver Willowwing's video. It is very good, very good. Well, it took a long time to tame this guy. Next up, I really do want to tame Gold Pyron, because then the collection of these series of familiars is complete. Consider subscribing if you enjoy my content, and I will see you again next time. Until then, riders!